Hello friends, welcome back to my channel DS Tech Mirror. This is part 2 of my series Learn how to create Canvas app with SharePoint. So in part 1 we have covered what is Canvas app, then we have created this help desk list schema. I have shared it with you so you can create this list in SharePoint at the backend, and these are the few concepts which we have covered in PowerApp. So those folks who are directly watching this video, I will recommend you to watch part 1 of this video, and then you can come and watch this video. You can find the link of the part 1 in the description box. So in the part 1 we have covered the screen concept in Canvas app. We saw the image control rectangle. We saw how we can achieve the blur effect using rectangle, and also how we can create the header using the rectangle in our Power App. We saw how inside the rectangle we can embed our title using label control. We saw the usage of the button. We saw how we can modify our button. We saw the usage of border radius property of the button. We saw the usage of the icons or the default icons which we have in Power App. We saw how we can group our controls, related controls together in one group. We saw the usage of gallery, how in the gallery how we can read our items from the SharePoint, how to connect to the SharePoint data source, and how we can read item from the SharePoint. So now in the part 2 we will see how we can edit our item and how we can delete our item. So this is what we have developed till now in part 1. There are these two screens which we have developed, the login screen, and this is my ticket screen. So if I play my app, login as user, it will take me to the my incident app, and all this functionality we will now implement in the part 2. That is, click on add button, click on this back button, delete button, edit button, and then few more functionality about admin and other functionalities. So let's start. I will start with the delete functionality, or let's say I'll start with this back button because it is simple. It is the same, like on the click of this button I want to navigate, or I want to or the user will get logged out. So what I will do, I will select my screen. This is my top header, so I will select. In my first video in the part 1 I showed you how we can group the controls. I will select this so I can see this is not my icon. My icon name is, this is back icon. I can select it, and now on select in Power App, on click is on select. So I'll do on select. I want to navigate to login screen. This is my login screen, and next parameter it will ask me the effect, so I'll select none, and I'm done. If I go and run this app, if I now click on the back button, it is not working. Let me see what is the issue. Let's select my button. I think my formula did not get saved, so I'll save my app also. I'll go back, formula is there. So now I will run the app. Now if I click on back button, it is taking me to the first screen, that is login screen. Login as user, I can see my ticket. Back, I'm out of my app, that is I'm back to my login screen. So now let's go to the edit section. Now I will implement in the second screen, that is my ticket screen, I will implement the functionality for my delete button. If I click on delete, this particular incident, this particular item should get deleted from my app and as well as from our backend, that is from SharePoint list item. So delete functionality will be like, when I will click on this button, it will take me to another screen. On that screen there will be a message, do you really want to delete this item? And over there will be a delete icon. If user click on that icon, then only my item will get deleted, and user will get a message that item have been deleted. So for that I have to create another screen, that is delete screen. So let's start creating the delete screen first. For that I will add another screen. I will select my app, and this is my screen, new screen, and I will select a blank screen. I will name my screen as delete screen. So all these concepts I have covered in my part 1 of the video. Now I will select the background color of my app. I will go with the same color. Again I will create the header for this screen. For the header I will select the rectangle. So those folks who are directly watching the part 2 of this video, if they are not able to understand why I'm selecting the rectangle, they can go and watch part 1 first and then come back and watch this part 2. Then they will be able to correlate things. So I will recommend them to watch part 1 first. You can find the link in the description box. So this is the rectangle. So width, we have already decided that width will be 640 and position will be 0 by 0 for my header. Color, again in part 1 we have decided, so I'll go with this color directly, and now I will put one label inside. This is my label, this is my text label, and with this label the label will be delete incident, text will be delete incident, and it will be centrally aligned, bold, color will be white for a better UI. So to change the color, I'm in my color property, and from here text I'll select the white color. So this is my white, and it should be centrally aligned. This is centrally aligned, and now I will reduce this space because it is taking extra space in my rectangle, which I don't want. So this is my delete incident. So this is my delete incident screen. Now another thing is I want to give an icon to delete the item. For that, again I will add one icon, that is delete. For that I will go to shapes. This is my shapes. From this I'll select the delete, or you can go to your top ribbon and under icon you can see over here you can easily find all your icon. So this is my icon, trash icon. I will use this. I will put it over here. I will just adjust the size of this icon so that it's look fine to me. If I want, I can increase more width and height. This will be my icon, and again I will set the background color for this. And for that, now this is for this icon I have to change the color of the font, like all these borders. I don't have to change the background color. Background color will be the back color of my screen. So I'll click on this text and I'll select this one, so it's look good. Now on click of it, I have to remove my item. Now I have to delete my item. So guys, to delete item from your SharePoint list or delete item from your app, by default we are having a formula called remove. This is the formula in Power App we have. I will be using this remove. Now it is asking from a collection I have to remove, and which item. For collection I have to see at the backend we have this helpdesk app. So now this is my collection. From this I want to remove, and now I have to pass a reference from a item. So now from where I will get the reference. Reference is in my ticket screen. So from there I have to pass the reference over here. So now we will see how to pass the reference. So for that we'll leave the formula as it is, and now we'll go back to our screen. This is my ticket screen. Now click on, this is my delete button. Now on click of it, what I want is navigate to delete screen. It was giving automatically. Yeah, this is delete screen, and again same, none. Okay, now I want to pass the reference of the selected item. To pass the reference I will be using Power App variables. Yeah guys, you heard it right. In Power Apps also we have variables. So I will be using global variables. In Power Apps we can't define a variable. We can set our variable directly using the set keyword. So to create or to set a variable, what I will do, I'll say set. So this is the keyword, and now over here I have to give my variable name. I'll say item to delete, comma. Now I have to set this item. So for that I'll say this item, and now my item to delete is having a reference for my currently selected item. So now first what I will do, first I will set my variable, and then I will navigate. So guys, this is an important concept over here, that is Power App global variable. So if I use set keyword to set any variable, it is a global variable. It will be available throughout my app. I can use this variable in any screen, in any control. It is a global variable. So if you go to view control at the top over here, you can see variables. So see over here global variable, and just now I have declared a variable, that is item to delete, and you can see it over here, that is item to delete. If I click on it, it will show me the definition that where I have created it, that is my ticket.gallery1.button3.select. that is in my ticket. This definition is there. Usage it will show. Right now I have not used it, so I'll go back. See guys, over here we have not renamed this button, so that's why we were facing difficulty over here, like on which button we are using. Otherwise I can directly click on it and it will take me to the definition of my variable. Okay, so now I have created the variable also and navigate. So what I will do, I will come back to my delete screen. I will come back to this, and now I have a variable which is having a reference for the currently selected item, that is item to delete. So again I will save my app, and this time I will publish it also. I will save my app. I will save it to the cloud, save to Power Apps. I'll click on it, this button, save. This is the name which I have given, and this is the button save. So now my app is getting saved. This is saved. So I'll go back. Now we will check our delete button. So now our delete button should work. When I'll click on the delete, the item should get deleted. So what I'll do, I'll start from the login screen app. I'll play. login as user. Okay, I want to delete this ticket number 1. Let's test this icon. Click on delete. We will add all the validations, all the messages. Now let's go back. I will go to my ticket, and guys, you can see ticket number 1 got deleted. So guys, we have successfully learned how we can delete items from PowerApps, how we can delete an item in SharePoint from PowerApps. So this new concept we have learned, and so as we decided, we will add this in our list. This is the list which I'll keep on updating. This is delete item from SharePoint. So we learned the use of remove function. In bracket I'll say delete item, and in our context of our app, delete item from SharePoint. We learn set, keyword, create, global variable. Okay, these two are very important concepts which we have learned in delete screen. And now we'll add some message to make this app informative. So what I'll do, I will put one label over here. I will simply drop the label and a message. Do you really want to delete this item? To add the label, I'll directly search it. This is my label, and over here in the label I'll put the text. Do you really want to delete this incident? This is my text. Set the text background. If I go with white, and what if I go with red? This time I'll go with red. Okay, this time I'll go with red, and font size I'll see it should be centrally aligned, and it will, let's try with bold. So bold is looking good. I'll bring it more down. Do we want to really delete this item? And once the user delete this item, when we deleted the item, we saw that we got stuck on this screen. So what we want is, once the user delete the item, user should go back to the my ticket screen. So guys, there are two options. Either I will use navigate, or I can directly use back. So using this back function, I will be directly navigated to my previous screen. So again, I will go and add this in my list, that is back function. I have learned move to previous screen. So again, we will try. I will save my app. So guys, after deletion, I want to give the confirmation message that item got deleted. For that, I have to add another screen. So I'll go to my tree view. Directly I will add a screen, new screen, and this time I will use this template, that is the success one. This was successfully completed. We will change the message. So guys, till now we were using blank screen, and now you saw, like, if I'm using the inbuilt template, so we are getting all these things, the label, message, icon, all these things are predefined for us. So what I'll do, I'll just rename my screen, that is delete confirmation message. Now this will be quick for me. Just set the background color. This is my background color. This is my message. I'll set the message as white, or this time I'll keep it as blue only. I'll just make it bold, sorry, black. Font weight bold. And if I want to change the background color of my circle as red, not the background, the color, this one. Now this is red, so you can see. And now I can increase the size also. If okay, we saw earlier also in part 1 that directly we can't do. We first of all, I have to remove this plus sign, and now what I can do, I can increase this, and now I can directly increase this also, and I can embed it inside it. So now it is looking fine to me. So this was I'll change the label. Incident was successfully deleted. Incident was successfully deleted. So guys, you can see the power of PowerApps, the magic of PowerApps, how quickly we can create the screen. They have predefined templates, how quickly we can achieve our functionalities. Now simply what I'll do, I'll just create the header for our app so that I can give one back button over here, or the title of in short, the title of the screen. So for that, I will, as you know, I will add one rectangle. This is my rectangle. I can 0 by 0, you know that, width 640, color we are using this color, first or last color. Okay, I change the border color to change this color. Okay, and now I will put one label inside it, the text label, and label messages confirmation, just sample message confirmation, bold, color will be white. This is our color combination. Text will be centrally aligned. Important thing in this screen is we have to give one button to navigate to another screen. For that I will use icon from this list, and I'll use the back icon to go back. This time I will use this left one. So this is my icon over here. Again I will change its color to white. See, quickly we can do that. And now on click of it, on click in Power App is on select. What I have to do? Navigate to which screen? My ticket screen. So if user want to delete more tickets, so it will be useful to navigate him to my ticket screen. With these are the transition effects, so no transition we are using. And now save our app. So guys, let's go and test our delete functionality. We'll start with the login screen. I'll play login as user. This is my incident. I want to delete it. I'll click on delete. Now it is navigating me to the delete incident. Do you really want to delete this incident? I'll click on this icon. Yes. So this is the confirmation screen. It has navigated me to incident was successfully deleted. I'll go back, and this is my incident list, which is blank because there are no more incident on my name. And I'll go back. So this is the complete flow. So guys, we have successfully see how we can remove items from my Canvas app, how I can remove an item in SharePoint from Power App using remove function. So guys, next is we will see how we can add an item. So directly from Power App, I will be adding an item to my SharePoint list. I will be adding an item to my Power App. So on the click of this, I will be seeing how to create an item in this app. So for that, I will be needing a new screen on click of this. Let's see how we will achieve this. Now we will see the create incident functionality. We will see how we can create an incident from here, and it will be added directly to my SharePoint list. For that, I will be adding another screen. This time I will be selecting the another template, that is this is scrollable one. What is the advantage with this screen is I am directly getting my header. I don't have to do all the coding. Previously I did it just to show you the concepts. So in this I have the label, I have the rectangle, and this canvas I don't need. So for now what I'll do, I'll delete this canvas, and now I'm left with my label and rectangle. So I'll just change the color combination just to keep the consistency throughout my app. So I've selected this rectangle, and this is my color. Done. Next, let's put the value in my label. It will be add new incident. This is add new incident. Done. So font size I will reduce this to 21. Font weight will be bold. So see how quickly I am ready with my screen with header. Its name is new incidents. Create new incident. So guys, this is the magic of the Power App. We can quickly implement so many things. Create new incident. And now in this screen, the important thing is, one more thing. I'll select the background color. It will be this color. Okay, done. So now important thing in this app is I will be creating a new incident. So for that, this time what I will be using, I'll go to insert and I will be using form. So by default, Power App provides us edit form and display form. But you must be wondering that we have to create the new item. So how we will do, because by default we are having only edit form and display form. So what I will do, I'll add the edit form in my screen. So this is my edit form. It is asking me to connect to a data source. So similarly, the same way in the gallery was asking we have to attach a gallery to a data source. Now we have to do the same with the form. So first of all, let me move my form to a correct position. Okay, now connect to a data source. From the right properties pane, I'll select the data source, and here I'll select my help desk. So now guys, you can see this is my form, but by default this is the edit form. This is not the new form. So for that, what I have to do, I have to select my form, and again I will go to my properties pane, and from here if I'll come down, it will show you default mode. Default mode is edit. So I'll open it, and inside it, in this I can see there is new option. So I will select new, and now it will become my new form. So I'll save my app. So guys, my new screen is ready. Create new incident. This is scrollable one. So if I expand it, so in this after we bind my form with a data source, that is my help desk list. So you can see all the columns are available to me, that is title, description, category, all the columns are available. Now it is up to me, I can customize this form if I want. If I don't want any list or column to be available, any column to be available to a user to add its value, I can remove it from here. So let's see. Then, so when a user will be adding a new incident, user should not be able to select this percent complete value. So from here I will be deleting this. Then user can't decide the assign to, so I will delete assign to. We'll leave there is we will leave this attachment. We will remove the task status. Priority user can select, category, title. So we will give all this value to the user. So guys, this is my form which I will use to add a new incident. So now I have removed the field which I don't want to give it to the user. So now the only thing left is the button, how we will submit an item to the list or to this app. For that, what I'll do, I'll add a button. So this is my button. So I'll quickly modify my button. I will name it as submit. Border radius, I told you to give, to curve the corners, that is 50. We are using background color, we can change red. Submit. And now if we want, we can change the width also. If I say I'll give 140 and 35, will it be small? So yeah, it is a bit small. So if I see, no, I have to increase my button height and width. So guys, this is my button. So what I have to do on submit, this is like on submit is on select. What I have to do, I have to submit this form. So to add the values in the list, we have to submit it. So for the submit functionality, PowerApp give us this function submit form. It is asking me the form name, that is form 1, and that's it. Another button I will add if user want to cancel it, like user have changed his mind and he does not want to add a new item. So how user will move out of the screen? For that I will be adding new button, that is cancel button. So this is my button. I will add it and I will give the same UI to this button. Text will be cancel. So and border radius will be 50. Font size, it's I'll select 18. So 18 is fine. In this button also I'll give font size as 18. And I'll change the background color of my cancel button also. Background color also I changed. And now I just want to reduce the width of this. So I'll say 200. 200 is fine. So 200 for this button also. So now both my buttons are ready. On submit of this button, I'm submitting my form, that is submit form 1. Then I want to reset this form so that the values which user have added should get cleared up. For that we have reset. And another thing is, after submission, what I want, navigate from this app, this screen to my incident screen. From there user can see his incident. And on cancel, what you want, on cancel, on select, directly I will navigate it to, let's say, login screen or my ticket screen. But from here let's move to login screen with no effect. Screen transition dot null. This is my none. I just want to check whether I've added the second parameter. Okay, navigate this to null. Screen transition to none. So now I will save my app and we will test our create item functionality. What we will do, this time we'll test it from my ticket screen. This is my ticket screen. I'll play. So now I think if I click on add, I have to add that also. I have not added it. So I'll select this icon, so on this, what I will do, if I click on it, now on click of this icon, I have to move it to the new incident, that is create incident screen. So this is a combination of two icons. So I will add the same functionality on both the icons. So I'll select with the circle one, that is on select. I'll use the same navigate on create new incident and screen transition. And you can select if you want any effect, you can select that also. And the same thing I want to add on plus icon also, navigate, create new incident, and that is none. And also it's time to update our learning list in my PPT, because I think we have implemented few functionalities. so I will update that also. So first let's update our PPT. So what all we have learned. So after this, after I think I should add another PPT for this new slide in this summary. So we will continue our list over here. So from here till back we have mentioned remove. Now what we have learned our forms control, how to change form mode, that is new edit, that is this is important, new edit and view. We can change from the form properties, this we have learned. Then we have learned how to submit our form, submit form function. We have learned how to submit our form. Let's see what else we have learned, and we will keep updating this list. Let's go to my app. So this was my, let's go to my create new incident, and this was my submit. Then we saw reset. I'll add reset also, and another is reset functionality. We learned reset form. So now it's time to test our app, and if we missed anything we will implement that also. So let's go. I'll click on this. It is taking me to the new incident. I'll say item from power app. So I'll copy, paste, category this one, priority I'll say high, no attachment. I'll click on submit. So my item should get submitted. Let's see. I'll click on submit. I think, yeah, successfully we are able to add an incident, and it is also taking me to the my incident app. And if I go back, so it is I am moving out of my app. So guys, we have successfully added an item to our list. So till now what we have done, we have learned all this concept which I have added in my PPT. Apart from that, what we have learned to create an item in my app, to read an item, and to delete an item. So the only thing which is left is in this button, the edit functionality. So if user want to edit anything in his incident, how user will do that. So let's see the edit functionality now, and then we'll move on to more functionalities. So now let's start with the edit functionality. For the edit functionality, we'll create the another screen for editing the incident. For that I will select my app, and from the top this time what I will do, you can see there are various templates for the screen. Blank we have already utilized, scrollable we have seen, success we have completed. Now we'll see the form one. In this I am expecting the form will be automatically be embedded separately. I don't have to include the form. So I'll select it, and I will rename it as edit incident. So guys, you can see by default I have the form in this, and all the things which I was doing manually, see automatically it has. So now let's quickly change this screen. So we'll start with the screen background color. This is my label, so I'll say edit incident, and this is bold. So I guess this is 21, so I'll leave it as 21. This is centrally aligned. Then I have these two icons. I think and I'm having these two icons. If I need them, I will implement them, otherwise I will delete them future. Let's see how our functionality will go. My label is done. These two are my icon, and this is my header rectangle. So this is my form. If you remember, we have to connect our form to the database. For that, click on this. This is help desk. So by default I will be, this is edit form only, so my edit form is ready. See how quickly we can edit our item. So now what I want, the only thing left is the submit and the cancel button. So I'll add these two buttons. I'll select this screen, and on the insert I'll add two buttons. These two buttons are there. So one is the update. This time I'll give it as name update, and we'll change the other things. 18. Thing is the background color. Same goes for border radius is remaining. Same goes for this app. This is cancel. So guys, what we will do, at the top also we have these two icons. We will implement the same functionality on this icon also. So user will have the both the options. If he's at the top of the form, he can submit the form from there itself. So cancel. Let's change the background color quickly. Change the font to 18, border radius to 50. So I just have to put my button at the bottom. So for submitting this form and for cancelling the update, I will use these two icons at the top. I'll select this one. On select what I want, the edit form 2 is already there. that on submit, and so you can see by default this function, this submit form is also already there. So how useful are the screen templates? If I click on it, so what I'll do, I'll cancel the update, or what I'll do, I will use the navigate, which I'm using. This function is the most which I will use this navigate function to navigate it to the my ticket screen. So this is my ticket screen. So this button functionality is completed. Now my form is getting submitted. After submitting, I would like to reset the form. This is my reset form. Which form? Edit form 2. So my form will get reset, and at last navigate me to my ticket screen so I can see the update. So navigate my tickets to this, and similarly I'll go to this icon, and over here also I have to add this screen transition dot none. So guys, my edit functionality is also completed. Now we will test it. Let me save my app, and now we will test it. Before testing, on this edit button also we have to implement the on click functionality, that is on select. What should happen? So I'll select this edit button, and on select parent. After that, navigate to my ticket screen. Which one? Edit incident. And also guys, another thing is, when we were deleting an incident, in that case also we have to pass the reference of the item which we want to delete, and in the same case, in case of edit incident also, we have to pass the reference to the edit screen which incident we want to edit. For that also we will use the variable, and I told you, for creating variable we use set function, that is set variable. Over here we'll pass the reference of the current item selected. For that I will create a variable item to edit. Guys, this is very important step over here to edit an item to edit, comma, this item. So my variable is ready, and I can use it throughout my app. I told you this is a global variable, and but now my edit is also ready. But now I have to go to my edit form. This is important over here. You can see data sources help desk. But now how my edit form will be loading the current item, how it will be knowing that I have to load this item in my app, because in my list I will be having, let's say, 5 item or 5,000 item. So from here, if I my ticket screen, if I'm clicking on this edit item, what is happening? It is just navigating me to edit incident screen, but there is no pointer to the current item. So for that, what I have to do, this is important, again I'm saying, select this edit form, and in this select item. Over here this is item. I have to get the current item. So for that, what I'll use the filter functionality. So what I'll do, let's say filter. Now what we will filter, our list which is help desk. This is my help desk. Now what I want item, the item which I have selected, that item I want in this form. For that, id is the default column which I am having in my list, should be equal to, now I will use my variable item to edit. So now in the item, this item is the property of my edit form. I will get this item only. I will be getting this item. Now it is giving me an error. It is saying expecting record value. So to get the record, what I'll do, I'll say first. I just need the first item from this table. So now this formula is giving me error. So let's check for the error. Okay, so this is item to edit, and it is having the values. Okay, so item to edit, I'll say I want ID only, because I passed the correct item. So from that selected item I fetched the ID and I compared it with this, and from that, so now my form will be loading the item which I will select. So this is important, and I will add it to my PPT also. So we test the filter functionality, how to filter an item, and also we work with the first function. So now I'll test my edit functionality, and in case of any issue I will rectify it. So let's click on edit. Now it is taking me to edit incident form. Now you can see my form is getting loaded with the item which I have selected. If I want to edit it, I'll say apps. Let's say select, and now item is updated. So my edit functionality is working perfectly. Let's try again, add it, and this time I'll try with the cancel. Perfect. If I want to delete, do you really want to delete this incident? Yes. Back, no item is there. I want to add an incident item from Power App test. I'll enter the category, priority items, and submit. So guys, you saw my Power App is working perfectly. I can add an incident, delete an incident, update an incident from here. So guys, now I would like to summarize for you till now what we have achieved. So till now we have created this login screen app. In this app I put a background image for it. I show you how you can put a background image. Then we got these two button, login as user and login as admin. So for a normal user will use this functionality, login as user. So it will take me to the my ticket screen. In this screen I've used this blank screen just to show you the just to show you how powerful is that rectangle control. So we have developed this custom header using the label. I show you how we can generate the icon by using two different icon, because these are two different icon, plus and the circle, and this is the back button. In this is the gallery. I show you gallery. Now then we connected our gallery with the Power App, and then these are each label, and then I show you that how a gallery get combined with my data source, and then I can edit the fields over here. Then we created these two buttons, edit and delete. Then we saw to delete an item. I created this delete screen, and in this delete screen we saw the how we can delete an incident, that is using remove function. But how to pass a reference, we are using global variable, that is item to delete, and we are creating this variable when we are clicking on delete button. Similarly for edit for, I have another screen. In that edit screen I am having edit form. For edit form, just to filter the item, in the items property, this is my screen. Okay, in the items property I filtered my incident. Then these are button. I'm submitting the form. To submit the form I have to use submit form, reset form, edit form, navigate I've used. So in short, till now we have learned all these things in my Power Apps. For my today's demo, the only functionality which I'm left with is the functionality for my login as admin. So what if the current user is not an admin, that my app will check and display a message that you are not an admin. And if a user is admin, what extra privileges user will get. And with that admin functionality we will also implement that if a normal user will try to, let's go to this, I'll show you login as user. If a normal user will try to edit, so user should not be able to edit this task status and all these forms, but admin should be able to edit and assign items. So we will modify this edit incident screen, and also we will modify this admin functionality. So guys, the admin functionality which I have discussed just now, I will be covering the part 3 of this video. Link to the part 3 is in the description box below. Do not miss the part 3, as we will cover important concept of the Canvas app in that. Thank you for watching this video. If you find it useful, please like this video and subscribe to the channel to get notification of my new video. Till then, much love, keep learning.